about the lesson in physics. It is electrostatics. This is the first lesson in a 12th standard. So in this particular topic, the electrostatics, we are going to discuss about the Coulomb's law. So நம்ம எல்லாத்துக்கும் தெரியும் the Coulomb's law அப்படிங்கிறது நிறைய தடவை it is again and again it is asked by the earlier examination. So coming examination also, so this year, this is very important question. So definitely we can expect this question for our examination, for our annual exam, this particular year. So Coulomb's law. So the Coulomb's law என்ன சொல்லுது அப்படின்னா நம்ம Newton's law of gravitation அப்படின்னா 11th standardல we had discussed one particular law, gravitational, actually Newton's law of gravitation. So அதில் என்ன சொல்லியிருக்கோம் அப்படின்னா ரெண்டு மாஸ் இருக்கும், there are two masses. So இந்த ரெண்டு மாஸுக்கு இடையில there is a force of attraction இருக்கும், there is a force of attraction இருக்கும். So the force of attraction it was discussed about, actually there is a force in between the two masses. The force எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா in between these two masses which is directly proportional to the force is directly proportional to the product of the two masses அப்படினு இது ரெண்டையும் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணி அது directly proportional-ஆ இருக்கும். அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த ரெண்டு மாஸுக்கு இடையில என்ன இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா ஒரு distance of separation இருக்கும். அந்த distance of separation வந்து நம்ம ஸ்கொயர் பண்ணி அதை inversely proportional எடுத்தா அதுக்கு இந்த force வந்து என்ன இருக்கும்னா inversely proportional இருக்கும். The same way, the ditto, the scientist Coulomb has developed a particular law that is called Coulomb's law. This is discussed about the force which is acting between the charges. The force which is acting between the two charges. That is what called as electrostatic force. So in this electrostatic force, here we are going to consider there are two charges, charge 1, Q1, and another one charge is called Q2. In between these two charges, there is an electrostatic force is acting, exerts. There is an electrostatic force acting between these two charges. These charges are separated by the small distance, separated by the distance r. So what happened? Due to Q1, there is a force is acting on Q2. The force is exerts on Q2. The same way, there is a force acting on Q1 due to Q2. So here we can see there is a force of attraction or repulsion. Rendu force there is attractional force, there is a repulsion force. It depends upon the what this charge. Whether this charge, both the charges are similar charges, like whether it is a positive charge or negative charge. Whenever there is a similar charge, there is a repulsive force is acting between the two charges. When there is an attractive force, there are positive and negative charges. When it is unlike charges, there is a attractive force is acting between these two charges. This is what explained by, this is what given by Coulomb's as a law. So what this law says, the electrostatic force is directly proportional to the product of magnitude of 2 point charges. There are two charges. இது ரெண்டு கடையில இருக்கக்கூடிய force எப்படி இருக்கு directly proportional to product of two charges q1 q2 எப்படி இருக்கு ரெண்டும் மல்டிபிள் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கோம். அப்ப product of two charges. ஓகே, அடுத்து என்ன சொல்லிருக்கு பாருங்க. It is given the next line and is means the electrostatic force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the 2 point charges. Okay, அப்ப electrostatic force q1 q2 அப்படிங்கற ப்ராடக்ட்க்கு டைரக்ட்லி ப்ரொபோர்ஷனலா இருக்கு. ரெண்டு கடையில இருக்கக்கூடிய டிஸ்டன்ஸோட ஸ்கொயருக்கு இன்வெர்ஸ்லி ப்ரொபோர்ஷனல். This is what the Coulomb's law. This in our examination there are the 2 mark question. This is the Coulomb's law asked every time in a 2 mark question. Okay, you have to write this particular line 1 2 3 4 5 6, only 6 lines if you write properly. So we can get 2 marks. So we can, once again I am going to tell this law. The electrostatic force is directly proportional to the product of magnitude of 2 point charges. Product of magnitude of 2 point charges, and this electrostatic force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the 2 point charges. 2 point charges. If you write properly this particular law, you will get 2 marks. You will get 2 marks. If you are not able to write properly because of some other reason, you will not be able to recollect while you are writing the examination. So don't worry. So we know the F directly proportional to Q1, Q2 and F inversely proportional to R squared, 1 by R squared. We know that we can combine this particular formula F directly proportional to Q1, Q2 by R squared. These two we can put together combined. Then we can write F directly proportional to Q1, Q2 by R squared. If you are not able to write properly this particular concept, this particular law, you just write this particular formula, you will get 1 or half a mark. It is depends upon the question mark setter. Depends upon the mark setter. So they will offer you 1 mark or half a mark for this particular law. Okay, this is for 2 mark question, and moreover we can go for some other extension also. In F directly proportional to Q1 by Q2 by R square. We know that whenever there is a proportionality, we have to remove this proportionality by substituting the constant. Here there is a constant, we are going to substitute. That constant is called K. K is a constant. This constant is known as electrostatic force constant. So whenever we are in a gravitational Newton's law of gravitation, you know that there is a force constant. Gravitational constant G. The same way we are putting here, this is what called as a electrostatic force constant. So this value of this electrostatic force constant, K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. We can write here Newton meter square C minus 2. This is what the SI unit of this K. So how we can derive, actually get it this particular SI unit? You can get it from, you can just rearrange this particular equation. You can get it this K. You move this R square in the direction. You can bring this R square to this particular direction, so that F R square, and this will go the denominator Q1 Q2. So K is equal to F R square Q1 Q2. You can put the value for SI unit for force, that is a Newton. R square meter, meter into meter, meter square. The same way Coulomb into Coulomb, Coulomb square. Then you can write Newton meter square C power minus 2. So this is what the SI unit of this electrostatic force constant K. And this particular thing, epsilon naught. The epsilon naught is nothing but permittivity in free space or vacuum. Permittivity in free space or vacuum. Actually, this is what the ability to penetrate through the medium. What it is going to be penetrate? There is a concept later on we are going to study about the electric field lines. So how the ability to penetrate through the medium, what? That is what electric field lines or force. How it is going through, passing through the medium. Next, epsilon naught is equal to 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 c square n power minus 1 m power minus 2. So we can write epsilon naught is equal to 1 by 4 pi k, and we can arrive this particular SI unit. Every SI unit epsilon naught k kilo 1 by 4 pi k Newton meter square C power minus 2. Okay, C square n power minus 1 m power minus 2. So we can combine, put together, we can combine this particular equation. For k, we can substitute the value f is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. Q1 Q2 by R square. So 4, we can write pi 4 pi value 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 Newton meter square C power minus 2. And can we substitute the value 4 into 3.14, 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12. So then we can solve this particular arithmetic, and we can get the value of k is equal to 910 to the power of 9 Newton meter square C power minus 2. Okay, here I am telling you this is a very, very important question. So today itself you should read this particular question without making any mistake. Properly you write and keep on writing this, and make the habit to, without mistake, you can start writing this particular law, Coulomb's law. This is a very, very important to you. So if you are not able to write properly, and you will also get some mark F directly proportion of the Q1 Q2 by R squared. We can mention, so you will get 1 or half a mark. Okay, thank you. Good luck.